Hi, it's Steffi from Steffi's Beads and Baubles, and I wanted to show you one of my favorite projects I've done recently. And these can be an ornament, or they can be a little pin to wear. Now I made these pins, but you could probably make these bigger ones into ornaments. And I wanted to do a few different colors to show you. A lot of people love blue for Christmas, but they can also be great gifts if you have a friend or family member with a new baby. You can make some ornaments in the blue for that to put on the gift for the baby, or you can make them in pink or purple. And so I've made up the wreaths, and I'm going to show you how to start a wreath. And basically you're going to take a pipe cleaner and you're going to figure out what size loop you want. And it depends on the size of the pom-poms. And you're just going to have to kind of wing the first one. That's what I did, and it worked out fine. You just kind of adjust how you put them on there. And then because it really depends on the size of your pom-poms too, what size ring you're going to need. So the first one, just kind of wing it, and if you end up with not enough space, it's okay. You can figure out a way to fix it. Maybe use it for a different project instead of this one. But it's a way for you to figure out exactly how much room you need. And I really can't give you exact, because you can't always get the exact same size pom-poms that I have. You basically have to buy your pom-poms and then just go from there. But it's real easy. Pipe cleaners are so cheap. If you mess up on the first one, just put it aside for a different project. It's not a big deal. But here it is in green and red. Now I've made the other one in green, so I guess I'll make this one in red. And basically you're just going to make sure you have your glue gun loaded up, and always have another stick right by you so that the minute it is ready to be loaded, you've got a stick ready to go. And you're going to just start. I usually start where in fact I usually clip this off. I don't want a big lump. So I usually start right there where that wire is, and I just put my first drop of glue on there. And just start with whichever color. Now I'm doing this one in green and red. So the second one, I'm going to put a little drop on the side and a little drop on the bottom. This holds them together and keeps them from moving. And you just go the direction of the ring. Don't try to go straight off the side. You've got to see how it faces the ring. So as you move around, you're going to be putting that bead of glue to the side toward the ring. That way you're following the ring around and you're not going straight, because you're going to be going at an angle all the way around this ring. And it goes really fast. You can see, just kind of, when you can, pat them down, but if you're real careful, you won't burn yourself. And just push it up and into the one before, and just keep tracking all the way around till you get all of your pom-poms on. Don't worry if it's crooked or straight at this point. Just get the pom-poms on, and then you can kind of tweak it. Now when you get to the bottom, now see, here's one where you might be in trouble. So you're going to cram that red on and push it back a little bit, and then you can make room to stick the last one on. And I'm going to go up between the two and then just stick that last pom-pom in there. And then you're going to have a lot of glue hanging down, but that can all be pulled off as soon as it dries. So, and then once it's dry and not burning you anymore, because they're a little hot at first. But you can see, if you're careful, you won't have much glue showing on the bottom. Maybe a little bit, but those can all be cut. If you have any spots like that, just wait till it's all dry. And whatever doesn't just pull off, you can take your little scissors and just cut them off. It's really not a big deal. You can even, if you have a big blue boo-boo with your glue, and it sometimes happens, just use that spot to put your pin back or your loop. Now, once you get them all on and you've got it kind of twisted around and you like the shape of it, you can manipulate it to get it the way you like it. Then you're going to pick your tree. And I've got a little green tree here that I'm going to use. Now some of these trees are littler and some are bigger. Now I got these at Hobby Lobby. You get a bag of 9 in that little miniature ornament area. Toward the end of that aisle, they have all of their bottle brush trees, including this bag. And you get 9 ornaments for 50% off, so for $2, you get all these colors. You get a blue, a pink, a red, a green, a silver, a kind of a gold and a brassy gold, and a black, and a blue, and they're really pretty. You can also, in that same spot, if you prefer a more traditional tree, for these are $1.50 on 50% off, and you get 10 of these. So if you want more of a traditional looking tree, you can always do one of these. I like the colors myself, and I like this little green tree for this one. So I'm going to look around and see how it looks. Make sure I've got that twisted so that the pipe cleaner doesn't show, because you can manipulate it a little bit so that the pipe cleaner isn't showing. And then I'm going to glue my tree in. Now a little bit of the pipe cleaner showing here, so that'll be a perfect place to place my tree. So I'm going to take and put a little bead of glue inside. I'm going to tuck the tree in there. Then up here I'm going to put a dot of glue on the tree and push it up into the pom-poms like that. And then let it dry. And when it's dry, you can decide whether you want to make it an ornament or if you want to make it a pin. These little ones can go either way, but they look good as pins. Now you can do a big gold bow. I could do a big red bow. I don't have any green, unfortunately, except this little tiny, which is too small. If I'd known that, I would have picked some up. I do have this beautiful white with silver edge, which would be great with the silver tree. I think I'm going to do a big gold bow because I like the gold. So you're just going to go over the front of the tree right here and put your gold bow on, or whatever color bow, and just put that on there. Now to do a pin back, all you're going to do is put a bead of glue, stick your pin back on, and put a bead of glue over it. I've shown you that in other pins. I did the same on the blue. To make it an ornament, I'll show you how to do that on this little one here. And you can use wire type ribbon, you can use cloth ribbon, you can use cord. Since I'm using red, I can cut a little piece of my red ribbon that I use for the bow. And what I do to put the ribbon on is I will go behind the tree right here. I'll put just a dot, and then I will put the front of the ribbon on and kind of tap it in with my scissors. Make sure it's straight. Make sure it's centered. You know, you want to make sure that's really centered nice so that it looks right. And just let that dry for a second. Then you can put your other drop of glue on and bring around the ribbon and tuck it in there. Now you can trim any excess off. And just, while it's still damp, you can kind of shift it around and make sure it looks good. And then there you go. You have a little ornament. And they look really cute as both an ornament or a brooch. Either way. And like here's a pink and purple one. Yeah, here's a pink one that would be great to give as a present to a little girl or to someone with a new baby girl. And you're just going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a bead of glue on there and a bead of glue on the top. And then this one would be a good one to do the silver bow on. See, I could do the silver bow, or I could do a big pink bow. That would be cute. Or I could do a small pink bow, light pink bow. I could do a big white bow. There's really no right or wrong. It depends on if you're using it for an ornament or if you're going to use it for a pin. We're going to assume this one's an ornament. I'm going to put this little pink bow on here. And if you really like all your stuff to match, you can simply purchase your ribbon when you pick up your package of trees and your package of pom-poms and match them all. I'm using stuff I already had, except for these white pom-poms. I did purchase those new. But I had this mixture of pom-poms in a bag I bought years ago, and I thought it'd be fun to use them. And then same with this one. I can just take a piece of ribbon, and I've got like a light pink ribbon here. And this is a lot thinner ribbon. And I think that sometimes the thinner even works better for the string than the thicker. So you just cut a little piece of ribbon, any length you want, to make your ornament hanging strap there. And you're going to just do the same thing. You're going to find the center of the tree, and you're going to put a bead of glue on there. And this one's a little harder because it's so thin, you don't want to hurt yourself. And then you're going to put another bead of glue on top of that. Be careful not to do what I just did and drop the ribbon on the glue gun, because then you make a mess. Once you get it tucked in there, then you can kind of straighten it out, make it look the way you want. And there you've got a nice little ribbon to hold that on the tree. You can tie this onto a gift. And if you don't like the ribbon showing, you can put a little rhinestone back there. I don't have one just right here to show you, but you could put a little clear rhinestone over that if you wanted. But then when it's done, you just trim up all the little bits of glue and pull them off. And you've got a cute little thing. Now I'll show you on the purple one how to make this into a brooch. I'll use the silver tree. Actually, let's use the white tree out of this one. We'll use the white tree on the purple one. And same thing, we're going to put a little bit of glue inside, and then we're going to put a dot on the inside of the tree and push the tree up. Make sure it's nice and straight. Make it look good. And then for the bow on this one, being that I used white, I don't have a little I don't think I have a little purple bow. And one of the things I do. I did tie a purple bow. Is go through and make a bunch of bows, especially if you're going to make these in different colors for different people. Go ahead and sit down while you're watching TV and make up bows in every color you can come up with. Frankly, it's a fun thing to do and to have on hand for all your crafting needs. Just sit down while you're watching TV and tie bows. Now this one we'll make into a pin, even though it'd probably be a better ornament, just to show you. And you're just going to take and you're going to put a bead of glue, and then you're going to take your pin back. That's a little big. I'm going to use one of these smaller ones. And you're going to take the glue, put the glue on there. You're going to tack your pin back on there. And then I take the glue gun, trying to get that glue in there, and I go back over it, kind of pull it up into place, go back over it just a little bit, just to hold that pin back on. And then you have a cute little pin that you can give as a gift. So I think that sometimes the colored ones might be better for ornaments, but you can do them as both. Even the little ones make great ornaments. But a lot of people love to wear their favorite colors at Christmas, and it's not always red and green. Sometimes it's purple, sometimes it's pink, many times it's blue, and people don't mind big brooches at Christmas. They can hook them on their purse, they can hook them on their jacket. But even if you made it a pin, you can easily turn that into an ornament as well by just pinning on a ribbon. So it doesn't have to be one or the other. You can always pin a ribbon on there. But it's just a lot of fun. This has been my favorite so far that I've done. I just love little bottle brush trees, and I was so enchanted when I found that little bag and knew I had to find something fun to do with them. So that is what I wanted to show you today, and I hope you'll have fun making them. They're just a lot of fun, and just any color. You could do them in any color you love. You could do them in all one color if you wanted. You could do the wreath in all green and put a red tree. You know, there's all kinds of things you could do. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be back very soon with some more. I've got lots of projects scheduled for you guys, and I will be back soon. Bye.